And we're live. What's up, everybody? It's supposed to be sunny San Diego, but it's been gloomy lately. It's all good. It will eventually, the sun will come out. It's just a matter of time. We just got to be patient with it. It'll happen. What's good, everybody? How you guys doing? CNC. We got Frontier. What's good, guys? How you guys doing? Let's go. Oh yeah. I got some things to penny sleeve. I can't wait to show you what I'm about to penny sleeve. Oh, Union Marketplace cards. These turned out so good. Super stoked with how these turned out. Hopefully they fit in the penny sleeves here. Why not penny sleeve them live, right? Just waiting for Alex. Let's get it. Happy Tuesday, baby. Happy Tuesday. Christian, how you doing? Appreciate you guys all hopping on. This is my pickup for today. Actually, I just got this in the mail yesterday. Man, me and the kids have been kind of geeking out on Dragon Ball Z. So I was like, you know what? Let me try to get some of these things, and I ended up getting some black labels. I got some more coming in tomorrow. So yes, as busy as we are hosting these shows and putting them all together, we are, at least I am. There you go, Chris. I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah, there you go. Dope packaging. Let's go. Yeah, look how sick this is.
Oh, are we getting into your Dragon Ball Z collection? I like that.
Dude, I know, man. I just wanted to share with the crew, like everybody that's watching. I'm still collecting, baby. I don't think that's ever gonna stop. You know?
Well, hold on. And is that your collection or is that Benson's
No,
collection?
no. He's not. I'm not gonna give Benson a black label. You kidding me, bro? No. Just for you guys that don't know. Yeah.
I've seen him get quite a bit out of you before, Mr. Wiley.
Well, yeah, I know he's definitely gotten a few. So here's the thing with me, man. I like BGS for myself and my own personal collection. PSA, of course, has the best value, but it's just there's something about BGS that I like. It's not the slab; it's the fact that they've also been around for quite a long time. So there's no question of why it did. So that's the difference between BGS and PSA. I know you already know that, but I wanted to at least let everybody know that's watching why I personally prefer BGS.
It sounds like he has more BGS cards than PSA cards.
Also a little less expensive than PSA. So get off. Yeah, we got birds over there. Let's see. We never get to do this. I want to actually show some of my cards. Is that cool?
Oh gosh, here we go. Yeah, I was actually going to ask if you can show me some of your collection, please.
Oh, really? You were gonna ask that?
No, I was going to ask me my next question on TUM Talk Tuesday.
Okay. Can you ask me? I want to make this.
But no, what are you collecting right now? Is there anything that when you go to these shows, is there anything that you're looking for specifically? I mean, it's kind of crazy because I feel like you and I don't really get the opportunity to go out and do the actual transaction of cards anymore.
You bite. I sneak around for a little bit. I disappear for a couple hours within the marketplace because I'm always looking around. Poke Dream, what's good? Jeremiah, what's good?
Yeah, it seems like I am on my own quite a bit.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Kind of intentional, right? So, I mean, honestly, I buy everything that I like, and it's because I just don't have the time to flip really. So I don't really focus more on I don't really focus a lot on the value of the card anymore. That's just like this one. Like you don't see black labels very often. This is a pretty sweet card in terms of Dragon Ball Z because it has 5 different characters. I'm actually in this series right now with the kids. I believe this is season 3. Out of like each season has like 60. All right, no, let me not geek out right now. But my collection, honestly, is just like everything that I personally like myself, or things that I can see myself handing down to my kids. And they can actually go way back. Hold on, Frontier. I'm getting to it. Let me get to my backstory first before I start showing people my PC here. But you know what? When it comes down to the cards, I always buy as if it's what I want my kids to see about me. So if I'm gonna leave them anything, it's gonna be my cards. Obviously, as a dad, I want to teach them to not even have to worry about a trust fund. because I'm going to teach them how to make money on their own. As a father, that's what our goal is.
Mm.
But in terms of what I physically want to leave them, I want to leave them my cards. So it's people like this guy right here, right? Not the most expensive card, Kobe Bryant. This is embossed, but the cool thing about this is that it's one of his earlier numbered cards. So this is numbered to 263. Super hard to gem, almost impossible to find a gem. And with, the top cards and the finest, they always green out a little bit. So that's
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the so for me, just to expand on that for a little bit, one of my things that I really like about finding cards that are kind of in this newer area is that I like cards that kind of tell a story.
Oh, 100%.
If there's some story behind it, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, let's say the Dunkin' Donuts, which was the chase card in the EX series, and the EX series was kind of like the older Clearly, done clearly. You could see through it. It was like, I don't know what type of material. It's like almost, I want to say plastic material, but you can actually see through the card. And the Dunkin' Donuts was the chase card. Now, what value that has to other people, I don't know, but for me, it was kind of like, that's really cool, because I remember that being like the hit of that series. And I think Clearly is a pretty cool product. It kind of reminds me of the EX product, so I like those cards. And I know they're really hard to get graded. So when you see a high graded Clearly card, I almost just want to buy it just because of the grade.
It's almost impossible because of the surface on those things. I mean, really, it's just what's it called? It makes it easy. It makes collecting fun again. When you start to buy things that you actually enjoy and you like, And for any new collectors, or if it's going to be your first time ever at one of our shows, regardless if it's one of our smaller satellite shows, that's still a great vibe to be at, or our large national show at the Del Mar Fairgrounds, we're expecting thousands of people, right? All that doesn't I don't want you guys to go in there intimidated. That's what I think you and I need to start doing more, is to make sure that when they go in, they don't feel intimidated, as if they have to fit into some sort of boys club to understand the language. And
Boys,
right, and I think what we need to do as just for this hobby, just in general, because we're already doing what we can in terms of growing it, we also need to educate these people. So educating them, showing them the basics of falling in love with these cards. Like, again, like this, here's another cool one. Like, this one's dope. So it's just a regular Kevin Durant, on card auto, right? But the cool thing about this is, look at me, I'm geeking out, right?
no, I'm pretty sure I remember that card. Isn't that 35? Is it numbered 35?
Out of 35.
Yeah.
So
And that's a perfect example of the education part. If you're new to it and you have no idea about those little types of things, they're kind of cool, and that tells a story.
exactly. So he wears the number 7 right now, I think, with Phoenix. Oh no, he wore 35 right now with Phoenix, but he wore number 7 with Brooklyn, and he wore 35 again with Golden State. So he's 37, 35. So this is 7 out of 35. So people have offered me over comp on this, and I still said no. And don't tell my wife, saying, don't tell Steph.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter, because
Pretty sure I've heard your spiel with that card. People coming up at shows and trying to buy it, and you're just not willing to let it go. So.
This card right here. All right, here's another one that I'm just not willing to let go.
Yeah, that's cool.
With a gold, bro. He put blessed. It's his first autograph. Right?
Number 10.
Here's color match. You know what I'm saying? You got the gold.
Number to 10.
Complexion, color match. Let's go. No, it's out of 25. So 24, and it's Kobe number. So it's a win-win-win for me. So 24 out of 25. Color match with the golden Hawaiian skin. That's priceless to me. And even with this one, again, same situation. People have offered me money for it, but I just can't let it go, because I'm afraid of not being able to keep it in my collection. And then when I'm all gone and I pass it down to my kids, I won't be able to show them that Max Holloway was a badass dude who was such an amazing fighter and fun to watch, and with so much charisma. Like, the cards tell a story about me, is what I usually try to.
Yeah.
So that's I mean, I got other cards, of course, too, but we won't get too crazy into that. But yeah, I know
So
Frontier.
you ever found yourself like giving like a little spiel on your card when someone comes up and they inquire about it, or maybe they want to buy it?
Yeah.
Do you take that extra time? You let them know why I can't give it away for this price, or here's why this one's more valuable than that.
I honestly just give them the whole like, and I'm sure every vendor or every customer hates this, but for me, it's true. And like, when someone actually offers and or gives me a price on this, I usually just say, dude, that is
Oh,
PC.
I've heard what you say, bro. You give some outlandish number that no one's gonna pay.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
I've literally seen you do it with that exact card. I'm like, dude, why don't you just tell them it's not for sale, bro?
I know. I know. And even if they say that number, I'm still gonna say, "Oh yeah, dude. Actually, price just went up."
Yeah, sounds like you're never getting
Close to
that
that.
stuff,
I
man.
actually close to that. So I put a number on there, and I think it was $8,500. I put $8,500 on it. I'm like, oh my god, someone might actually offer on this, and I did get an offer, and it was a strong offer too. It wasn't that far off of 85. And at the time, everyone would be like, "You're an idiot. You should have taken it." But again, to me, it's Max Holloway. I'm never gonna see this card again. So I'd rather keep it, even if it goes down to $1. It doesn't matter to me because what's it called, that value in that card that's not monetized.
How did you come up with the 8,500? I mean, I'm assuming you based
I
it
no,
somewhat off comps, or you just
no, because there was one PSA 10 that was on for sale on eBay, and it was going for like 12,500. So I was like, all right, BGS 95, I'll put 8,500, and someone was like, all right, cool, I actually want this card. Literally came, went back, looked at it, was like, yo, how much is that card? And I gave him the price, and he goes, circles back around, does the whole thing. He's pacing because he's thinking about actually putting a legitimate offer, and he does. And I just had to turn it away. I just can't, man. Like, it's, again, the value of this it goes way beyond dollars and cents, and it's weird. It's a weird thing, but I freaking love it, man.
sounds like he's your favorite fighter. Would you say that? I don't know. You might have a new favorite fighter after Burbank Card Show. You were rolling on the ground getting your behind. But
Oh, dude, shout out Burbank Card Show and 7-7 Breaks for making that happen.
yeah, that was a cool experience.
To get my butt whooped by Benil Dariush.
Dariush.
Definitely something to remember. And I looked horrible in there. I looked horrible in there. At least I got in there though, right?
I will say you seem to do better than I thought you were going to. But now you got to get a card of his, an auto of his, and then now you have a story to tell forever, backed by the picture. And if they need to fact check it with me on you getting your ass whipped, I'll be glad to tell them that you definitely.
Dude, that never happened. I think CNC lost the footage on that one, so we're good. Yeah, right.
Is that more vault footage from CNC? I'll never.
Yeah, I know. Oh, don't leave that in the vault. But yeah, things like that, man. It's like I think what we need to really start doing here is talk about that. Because we're inviting so many people. Like, you are actively out in the community. Like, literally, what did you just do 20 minutes ago? Like, where did you just come from? I know where you came from. Tell everyone.
Yeah. So earlier this morning, we have our show this weekend at Wild Barrel. So I was in and around San Marcos this morning. Talking with a few of the business owners and kind of getting out in the community. And we're getting marketing materials out there. But it was interesting. There was I think there was like a meeting or a group or something that was outside one of these coffee places, and I found out later that it was something that they regularly did, like once every couple. And so I saw the group. And mind you, like, you gotta mentally prepare yourself to go to a group of people that don't know what you're doing. So I was like, okay, well, I went in there and introduced myself, and introduced myself, invited them to the show, told them a little bit about what we're doing. Like I always say, it's crazy the reception you get from people. See that you're genuinely trying to get something working, and our accomplished, for us in this case is the show and promoting. The reception was cool, and so hopefully that'll be a group of people that maybe they can, have group functions at our shows. And if not that, maybe they can come to Wild Barrel, turn continue to give the union marketplace and the hobby more value. So that was where I was at. I was out in San Marcos, in and around Wild Barrel, really just shaking hands and kissing babies, and figuring out this system like we talk about all the time, which we're still developing on what works in a social environment and a street team out here. But it's like a mini social experiment every time we go out, and I think the coolest part has been the mindset in going to do these things change. And if you look at it like, okay, this could be like a fun day of psychology. Like if you look at it that way and you can really buy into it, like it can be a cool experience going out and having a street change, as opposed to in the beginning, you're like, dude, these guys don't care. Like, why am I? No one's gonna. You have all these self-defeating thoughts. I think that for me personally, it's been the coolest thing, and I hope to teach that to whoever embodies the street on down the road.
Well, I mean, that's the biggest thing about it is just like we got over ourselves. We got to do what it takes. And if we really are true about what we say, which is growing the hobby, which everyone says, everyone wants that.
It has
everyone wants execution is so hard because it does take a lot of what you were saying. Like you just have to kind of suck it up and say, I don't care what people say. I don't care if I'm the founder, the CEO, the COO, whatever title I have. My mission is to grow this, and the only way to do that is by inviting new people, and that's what you do on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And for me is I want to make sure that when we do invite new people, it's not just a look at this card and you got to know all about it, and these are how you run comps. This is the value when I bought it. This is like, it's cool. That's an aspect of what we're trying to attract here. And of course, we call ourselves a marketplace, so we want it to be extremely boiler room status where it's just loud as heck in there. But at the same time, we also have to invite those ones that are like, whoa, this is a card show. I had no idea it was this awesome. And we already developed the vibe, I believe, in our shows and our events, that when you go to a union marketplace show, it just feels different, And we need now to continue on with that vibe and now start educating people.
Right.
This is as simple of an education that we need to start doing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Got these special cards printed because we're going to card party. Shout out to, dude, sorry, just lost track here, but just a perfect example of how powerful your speed team works. Everybody here, please go to Deep Pocket Monster's YouTube video and watch his episode that he just posted a few days ago that was at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. The amount of kids, dude, the amount of kids that were in there. Not only that, but the parents that were right next to him that had no idea what was happening. Like you developed that because of your street team and you saying that I'm going to do what it takes to shake as many hands as I can. 30% brand new people. I want you guys to thumbnail that or whatever, but 30% of people that went to our last show at the Del Mar Fairgrounds, regardless of how many people came, 30% of them, it was their first time at a card show, which is something I want to. But this is
to touch on that like a little bit more, just so we're clear, like the community aspect really is not just we say we're trying to get new people to our shows and we're accomplishing that, and that's all good and great, but half of it when you're out there is really figuring out what people want too, right? So figuring out what is going to get the mother and father to the show, but on top of that, like what's going to keep them entertained and wanting to come back. So that's where the community work we really play is like really probing and figuring out what is it that these want to do, not 100%. Just what the union marketplace come to our show. So like there's a whole other side to that as well, and that's what we in the marketplace we spend a lot of that time figuring out how we can execute those that those people want, and getting creative. What are new things that we can do? And I think that's what separates the union market from these other shows you talk about experiences, because we do take that time to figure it out.
I think it also took a sense of humility in ourselves that we had to get rid of the ego, and to
still a work in progress for sure.
It's still a huge work in progress because you get all these accolades and all these like, dude, you guys are doing such a great show or a great job on the shows. It's so much fun. And then we're like, all right, cool. We don't need to educate anymore because everyone knows this already. We're the popular kids now. When it's actually the complete opposite. Like we're still nothing. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Union Marketplace is still nowhere near where we know where we can bring in. And and we just need to continue on with that education piece. Like there should be no reason for someone to go into a show, rip a cool card from Ricky Collects. He's going to be selling boxes and boxes and boxes over there, and not know that you need to put it in a penny sleeve to keep it safe. Better yet, how many different penny sleeve sizes are there in the world right now? How many times have you gone out and actually bought the wrong penny sleeve?
Yeah.
Like it's like the simple things like that that I want the Union Marketplace to be known for. Is that we not only developed a large community and brought brand new people in, but we also taught them the basics of how to penny sleeve something.
Yeah.
Penny and top loader, yes.
Yeah. Very, very easy to get overlooked in
Boom.
the
You got the top loader, tap and in. Look at that. VIP tickets going out to for our appearance over at Card Party. But yeah, I mean, I know we went over time here. I got in the groove just right now.
Yeah, you get this guy cards, he loses.
It normally happens when I bust out the card. Now I got to start getting excited over the collection that I've built over these decades, right? So why not? I don't know. So one thing that I forgot to mention. So you were talking about the acetate and like the clearly, dude. One thing that I love is collecting inserts that remind me of the '90s. So right now, Top Stadium Club. Actually, after you and I met at collab, I don't know. I was right behind you. I don't know if you saw, but I made
you got lost.
yeah, I was like, oh shoot, busted a U-turn, and it was because there's a Big Five, and I knew that they had Top Stadium Club, and Top Stadium Club this year has the Beam Team, and now I'm chasing that insert because there's that nostalgia behind it. You know, like I want to start PCing Top Stadium Club, even though I'm not a big baseball guy, but I just like the feeling. It brings me back to the '90s. So yeah, I'm getting old, by the way. More than
Got it. The next time you say, "Hey, Alex, is great, but I gotta run really to get cards." Got it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Sounds about right.
Oh, big go. I know. Yeah, I'm still buying cards. I'm still trying to stay as active as I can for sure.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I really want to not forget about the moms and the go in there for their kids, and then just get them a little bit more education. I want the moms and the dads to look like superstars when they buy the right penny sleeve for their kids. You know, the last thing that I want is for a dad to just buy a random penny sleeve, have a thick card, and now it's like, sorry, Dad, you wasted $5 on this pack. So let's educate these people, man.
I love it.
Sound good?
38 days away. We're 38 days away from Pechanga. Man, it's just I'm excited. It crept up on us fast, and I'm most excited that we're the furthest ahead that we've ever been 30 days out. So maybe we can start that becoming a trend for the marketplace.
Dude, a month out, and we're sold out of tables. Actually, one line, we have 5 left or 4 left?
I believe 5.
Frontier VIP tickets. These are for very important people. So not that you guys are not very important people, but we're trying to, just to be completely transparent, we want we want corporate sponsors. We want people to be able to go in and help us with these shows. These are the tickets. So we're going to be handing these tickets out to some of these corporate sponsors that we're trying to get to our event. Whether not necessarily just corporate sponsors, but influencers as well too. Because that's such a huge draw, and it's just a memorable experience for everyone that goes to our show, is when they get to take pictures with Deep Pocket Monsters or Roger Rips, or take pictures with Sasha, or you already know my favorite, Mark, Ultimate Pastime, right? And because of what they've contributed to the industry and to the community, this is our way of saying thank you. So these VIP passes for Pechanga, this is what they're there for. This is for our way of saying big contributors.
This Saturday, guys, don't forget Wild Barrel Show. It's taking place this Saturday, 4 p.m. in San Marcos. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be buying. I'm gonna be selling. I'm gonna be trading. I'm gonna be hanging with you guys. So I look forward to seeing you guys all this Saturday. Uh, this is satellite shows is where it's at. That's where the deals are made.
Oh yeah, yeah, let's go. Yeah, the keep us posted. As far as for regional show, as I said, there's only 5 tables left. Tickets are being sold every single day. There is a capacity to this event, uh, so you guys will hear once we get close to that. We're nowhere near it yet, but we will be. So I would skip the line, guys, and I would really consider just purchasing a ticket ahead of time. We're gonna have a whole separate section just to check people in for that, instead of having to wait in the buy at the door line. So if you want to get in a little bit faster, that's one way of doing it. Cool.
Awesome.
Anything else, dude?
Oh man, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
Yeah, I think I got to talk to you right after this again, huh?
I'm busy, dude. I gotta go to 5.
Oh, shoot. All right.
All right, dude.
Guys. Well, we'll talk to you
See you
guys.
guys.
Oh, sorry, Frontier, not skipping the line, just a potential faster line when you when you pre-purchase your ticket. The tickets go by so much faster, guys, and it helps us a lot when you guys pre-purchase your tickets because we already have an automated system on how to check you in. It's literally you bring in your ticket, the what's it called? Our back end, our website. As soon as you purchase it, you'll get a ticket through your email. Bust that out, we'll scan it, and you're in. You're in the doors. Versus having to go through the motions of taking out cash, getting change, or having to pay, swipe your card. That whole process, an extra 5 minutes can mean, you making a deal or you missing out on one. So I would purchase a ticket ahead of time, just to kind of save yourself that headache. All right, guys. Alex is out. Now I got to go chase him around. Can't wait to see you guys soon. We'll see you guys in 30 days. Peace.